Call me crazy if you want, but I've never liked store-bought pesto.
Yo, Susie, that's crazy. That reminds me of the time when I was in prison and I saw my homeboy Jeff get into this wild fight. So Jeff was playing poker with a guy and he was cracking him, winning all the money, and the guy ended up calling him a bitch, right? So in Oregon prison system, if you get called a punk or a bitch, you gotta fight immediately. That's what's called fighting words, right? So the dude knew it. So he was like, oh man, Jeff, my bad. I apologize. I'm sorry, or whatever, right? But Jeff couldn't take that because he said it in front of everybody. Of course, he could take it a lot better if it had been one-on-one. But it wasn't one-on-one. It was in front of everybody. So now you got to do what you got to do. So Jeff ended up standing up next to the guy. And the guy thinks it's all good because Jeff was like, oh, yeah, no problem, right? And then the next time it came back around, Jeff, you could see it spinning in his head. He was like, man, I can't just let this guy say this. Because Jeff turned around, boom, laid him out. Only hit him one time. Dude's whole face was leaking. It was crazy. I was like, oh, right? Insane. The dude ended up getting up, walking back to his bunk, taking a padlock and put it in a sock, a lock in a sock. Come back at Jeff, swinging it like, I'm come get you, right? As soon as Jeff seen it, look, there's only one thing you could do. If somebody got a lock in a sock and they coming at you, run, right? You gotta run. There's no way around it, right? So Jeff started running and trying to juke him, man. He looked like Barry Sanders out there. It was crazy. I was like, oh my God, this is so funny. But it's not funny because it's actually really dangerous. And if Jeff would have got hit with that, could have done a lot of more damage to Jeff than Jeff's hit did to the guy. But anyway, the dude is like leaking blood everywhere. You can see it around the whole dorm, right? Jeff, the cops end up getting called, right? And then they shut down everything. And they like, we want to see everybody back to your bunk. We was in a dorm. We want to see all your hands. We want to see who's been in a fight. What's going on? Why does this dude's face look like that? Why is it leaking blood? Like, anyway, so we chilling, and Jeff and I were bunkies, right? So he was on the bottom bunk. I was on the top bunk. Jeff hops, jumps into bed, pretends like he's sleeping. He hop under the covers, pretends like he's sleeping. So they come around to all the bunks and they come to him. Yo, wake up. Yo, huh, what? Right? Pretending like he just woke up. And then, let me see your hands. He show him the hands. They like, this is the guy, right? Put him in handcuffs, take him out. He's going to solitary confinement. But the craziest thing about it is that I got out like probably like almost a year and a half after that. It was a long time after that. And I was in this gas station convenience store, pumping gas. I was in a store and I was behind the guy that Jeff hit. Now, I didn't have like long hair and braids anymore. I was dressed real nice, everything, so he couldn't recognize me. But I recognized him and his eye was still messed up. I was like, oh my gosh, that's like so long ago. So that's my crazy story.